A study from Norway has revealed the most effective way to boost fight endurance, and it's going to change the way you think about combat sports conditioning. Researchers took 40 moderately trained men and divided them into 4 groups. The first group performed 45 minutes of long slow distance running at a steady pace at around 70% of their maximum heart rate. Group 2 performed 24 minutes of lactate threshold training at a faster but steady pace at around 85% of their heart rate max. The third group performed 47 15-second sprints at 90 to 95% of their maximum heart rate. Yes, you heard that right, 47. Each effort was followed by 15 seconds of active recovery at around 70% of the heart rate max. Fatigue would set in quickly with these short rest periods, so I'd rather call them maximum efforts than sprints. This protocol equates to about 23 minutes in total, with 11 minutes and 45 seconds of work and 11.5 minutes of active recovery. Group 4 performed 4 4-minute runs at the highest sustainable pace at 90 to 95% of their maximum heart rate. Each interval was followed by 3 minutes of active recovery at 70% of the heart rate max. This equates to 25 minutes in total, 16 minutes of work and 9 minutes of active recovery. The study was designed so that the total oxygen consumption was matched between all 4 groups. The participants trained 3 times per week for 8 weeks. All sessions were performed on a treadmill at a 5.3% incline. Researchers measured VO2max, which is a key indicator of cardiovascular fitness. They also tracked how much blood the heart pumped with each beat, also known as stroke volume. Here's what these markers mean for fighting fitness. Combat sports are largely fueled by the anaerobic energy systems. However, the aerobic energy system supports the recovery between explosive efforts and in between rounds. Both systems are crucial for combat sport success. To illustrate this, let's look at the combat sport with the highest anaerobic demands, wrestling. Elite wrestlers have high anaerobic power and capacity, but also VO2max levels similar to those of endurance athletes. This combination of anaerobic and aerobic fitness allows them to stay explosive and sustain a higher work rate for longer. So back to our 4 groups in the study. What did the researchers find? Over 8 weeks, both HIIT protocols led to significantly greater improvements in VO2max than distance running and lactate threshold training. The 15-second sprint intervals increased VO2max by 5.5%. The 4x4 intervals resulted in a 7.2% boost in VO2max. The VO2max improvements from HIIT were linked to a 10% increase in stroke volume. This indicates a more powerful and efficient heart. Meanwhile, there were no significant changes in VO2max and stroke volume in the distance runners and lactate threshold training group. This study shows that training volume and intensity are not interchangeable. You can't simply do more work at lower intensities and expect the same adaptations. So what do these results mean for your fight conditioning? Traditional wisdom in combat sports emphasizes slow, long-distance running to build cardio. While this method has some benefits, it's not the most efficient use of your time, and as this study shows, it also won't provide the best results when it comes to VO2max. During an 8-week fight camp, every minute counts. Time spent on the road could instead be spent on your skill development, game plan, strength training, or recovery. HIIT allows you to achieve greater cardiovascular gains in less time, and it also improves anaerobic qualities like peak power and anaerobic capacity. A win-win for fighters. If you want to make your conditioning even more fight-specific, consider using the assault bike. It targets your lower and upper body muscles at the same time. Since you're typically doing a lot of high-intensity training already as a fighter, only add 1 or 2 HIIT sessions to your training week. Here are 2 protocols I like. The first session is a 4x4 on the assault bike. The second one consists of 10 to 15 sprints of 10 to 15 seconds, each followed by 45 to 50 seconds of active recovery. You can do this on the assault bike or hill. This protocol will also contribute to your alactic power and capacity. By integrating HIIT into your training week, you're not just training harder, you're also training smarter. So now you might wonder, how am I going to fit this into my schedule? Watch this video next to find out. The link to the full paper is in the video description. As always, train hard, recover smart, and fight easy.